Hey there guys, Eater here, aka JediBro95. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. In this video is going to be my Dwayne Wade build for NBA 2K21. I legit was playing with the My Player Builder a couple of days ago, and I actually found this speed boosting, lockdown shooting, solid shooting slasher build in NBA 2K21. Yes, I am not kidding when I say that. This is an actual thing that I was able to find and create in NBA 2K21. So the pie chart in question I'm going to be using is the new majority blue pie chart. Okay, like I could have went with this one, and lived with the results with this, but I decided to go with this new pie chart here. In my opinion, I think it is a better overall pie chart because even though Dwayne Wade was a great shooter, let's be honest, he wasn't the greatest of like 3-point shooters and shit like that. So anyways, physicals, we're gonna go into the uber athletic pie. Now, as for the attributes, so we're gonna max out close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, and we're gonna put a 51 standing dunk so we can get that 16 finishing badges. Next, we're going to move on to shooting, and we're just basically max out the bare essentials, free throw, 3-point shot, and mid-range, which actually gives me 16 shooting badges, which honestly, for a build that has only gold shooting badges, having 16 shooting badge points is something you will live with. Next, we're going to move on to playmaking, and I'm going to max out my ball handle, and I'm going to put my pass accuracy to a 68 rating. Okay, the reason for this is because I still get my 9 playmaking badges, and I can get like gold handles for days, quick first step, and then maybe like bronze unpluckable and like silver downhill or some shit. Like, truth be told, I don't need many playmaking badges. I just need enough to allow me to create offense off the dribble and get open and attack the basket. Now, defense, this is where this build really shines, gentlemen. We're going to max out everything defensively, but we're going to remove 1 point from... we're going to remove, actually... like, this is... I think it was, yeah, interior defense. We're going to move a point from interior defense. I'm going to put on defensive rebound so we get that extra defensive badge point. I don't know why 2K prioritizes rebounding on guards for their builds. For the defensive badges, like I feel like this alone should have been like 7 or 8 defensive badge points in my opinion, and then I could have just used this to be like, oh hey, let's put this up here and get like 19 finishing. But yeah, for some reason I don't fucking know why 2K prioritizes guard rebounding as part of defensive attributes. But anyhow, so yeah, you get 5 extra badge points when you upgrade your defensive rebound. So that gives me a badge breakdown of 16, 16, 9, and 8, which is actually a very solid badge breakdown, especially for a build like this. So body type, we're going to go defined. I originally decided to go built, but I decided after a little while, because I put up a screenshot on Twitter, because me and my boy Pac, we made he made a LeBron build, which is basically my slashing playmaker build, but it's at the small forward position. Because he decided to make that build after patch 3 because he was like, damn, this is really cool, I'm going to make it. So I decided to make this D-Wade build, but I wanted to go built, but after I realized, like, putting this screenshot on Twitter, because I built it originally, and then put the screenshot on Twitter, and then I was like, damn, D-Wade looking fat, like, and we don't want D-Wade looking fat. D-Wade was not a fat player. He was actually pretty lean and pretty slim for his position, for his build, even though he was a shooting guard that was approaching 220 pounds for his career. Now, we could leave it at 6'5", but I think in true, authentic D-Wade fashion, we're going to go 6'4". We're going to max out the weight here just to be able to get the extra interior defense. Like, if you really want, you could put up the... put up one more and get the X weight, go 235. But I think personally, going this and then maxing out the weight, in my opinion, it's not really much different. So, truth be told, there's no difference between 6'4" and 6'5". And then wingspan, we're gonna max this out. Okay, we're gonna lose a lot in shooting, but we gain so much everywhere else. We could still speed boost with a 80 ball handle, and then defensively, we get a 54 block, which is very solid for a guard. And especially when I put like rim protector on this build, like on bronze, chase down under some bronze. Be able to block shots more consistently. Like, granted, I don't want to be playing center with this build, but I also want to be able to get back on defense and protect the basket if I'm like the last line of defense, or help on rotations and get a block shot. So I do want to be able to get some block shots in there. So 54 block shot, 82 steal. D-Wade was a menace in the passing lanes for his career, averaging close to about 1.5 to 2 steals at his peak, which is pretty amazing for for a player like he was. Uh, Obviously, jump shooting is not going to be the highest of priorities because, even though Dewey Wade was a good pull-up mid-range shooter and he was a great attacking off the dribble, he wasn't very great at, jump shooting as a concept. Like three-point shooting, I think he shoots about maybe 30% for his career, maybe even lower than that. Which, honestly, for the era that he played in, granted the percentage is not great, but again, like he played in an era where three-point shooting wasn't as great as it is as emphasized as it is today. So that's why his three-pointer isn't that high. And then the finishing part of it, you get 83 driving dunk, a 91 close shot, 91 driving layup. So that way you'll be able to get the contact dunks at 97 overall. A bit of a bummer, but I'm willing to wait to get contact dunks. I'm not impatient. I can definitely grind out this build and get the contacts. So these are going to be the final stats. We're going to move on to the takeover. Now, takeover, again, I've said this a billion times. It is all subjective, but I chose lockdown takeover just because I want that extra help defensively. Because, truth be told, I don't really think I need it on the shot creation or even in slashing, and I feel like I need it more in the defense. So, go ahead and we're going to test out this build. I'll show you the badges I'm going to be rocking with on NBA 2K21 with this build. Alright, so we'll put on the badges. I'll show you the badges real quick. So as you can see, I only get Hall of Fame finishing badges, which honestly I'm okay with. So let's start off actually with the defensive badges. And as I said, I do want to be able to block shots. So I got Bronze Inner Rim Protector, Bronze Pick Dodger, Interceptor, and Chase Down Artist. And then Silver Clamps and Intimidator, just to be able to contest shots and play great on-ball defense. Playmaking. Now this is what I'm talking about. I really only truly need gold handles for days, gold quick first step, bronze unpluckable, and silver downhill. Because I feel like downhill on this type of a build, you actually could get away with. Because you're not going to have in the 90s of speed with the ball. Because I think the most I might be able to get is like an 87, an 86, give or take. So I could probably rock downhill on silver, maybe even gold if the situation calls for it. I seriously doubt that though. And besides, I don't have the playmaking badges to justify silver. No lob city passer, even though Dwayne Wade was one of the best lob throwers in NBA history. I just don't have the playmaking badges to pull it off. Truth be told, like I could probably do this if I really wanted to, but I'm not really a lob thrower like that. So 9 playmaking badges. Now gold shooting badges. Gold difficult shots, as I said, D-Wade was a fantastic pull-up jump shooter. Gold range extender, even though he wasn't stretching the floor all the way down to the three-point line, this is 2K. We got to be able to space out the floor all the way to the three-point line consistently if you want to be a great shooter in this game. Deadeye, obviously, for the contested shots for when people do try to close out. Tireless shooter, I've talked about this. I'm going to talk about this either in my next video or the video after that, depending on what I feel like uploading. But Tireless Shooter, in my opinion, is a really underrated badge this year. Simply because of how cruise stamina is, and because of the fact that you definitely want to be able to make sure your percentages and whatnot doesn't drop off a cliff when you shoot the ball. So definitely want to use Tireless Shooter. I'm going to make a quick change here real quick. So silver flexible release, just because, flexible release this year is actually really good. And because I'm also a shot stick user, I'm not going to center the window every single time. I'm trying to learn how to do that, but even then, it's impossible to center every shot you take. So obviously you're going to want that little insurance policy just in case you don't center it. And then bronze catch and shoot and corner specialist. Honestly, I just have these on builds on my guard builds. Like for example, like on my slashing playmaker, I just had catch and shoot and corner specialist. I don't know more because I've just gone with full on-ball like badges for using, but that's whatever. So yeah, just be able to play off the ball, be able to say, hey, I have the ability to knock down a catch and shoot and a corner specialist shot if I'm needed to. Now, another badge I could try that I actually could possibly do is clutch shooter. D Wade was fantastic in the clutch in his prime. Uh, but, as I said, I don't really know if that is something I want to do right now. But I could just cut catch and shoot in corner and just go silver flexible and then go gold clutch shooter. Or just do, like, bronze. Like, truth be told, there's a few options, but that is my shooting badges as currently constituted. And then finishing, Hall of Fame contact finisher, honestly the best finishing badge in this game, other than Slither the finisher and Pro Touch. But it's the one I want on Hall of Fame the most because of the contact dunks, you know, being able to get those. And then the rest are Gold Fancy, Pro Touch, Slithery, and Acrobat. I would have loved to have gotten Slithery and Acrobat on Hall of Fame, but I don't have the badge points for it. Like, I could probably do this way and have, like, only Bronze Pro Touch, but I really feel like that would just be not fun for me. Like, I feel like I would not enjoy that as much because I do love Pro Touch as a badge. So yeah, these are going to be my finishing badges, gentlemen. So this is going to be my Dwayne Wade build for NBA 2K21 current gen. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, if you agree or disagree with anything I threw out. Obviously, do not be afraid to subscribe. Obviously, do not be afraid to subscribe and like the video if you guys did enjoy the content. But with that being said, guys, I am out. Peace.